Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're gonna put a different motor inside this Mello Yello little mini bike. I did a video on this a couple, 2-3 months ago. It sat in the garage for 4, 5, 6 years. That was a long time, but it had musty gas sitting there and they got it running for them. And I think this little mini bike was probably more of a novelty than anything else because it probably went like 5, 6 miles an hour. Anyways, the kids that have this thought it'd go faster, so they wired it up so it eliminated the governor or something, and anyways it broke the rod in it. So we're going to put this new Predator 79cc engine in it, because the Predator engines from Harbor Freight, they rev up a lot, they go faster, and this thing that was in here. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, I guess we'll start on this side here. We're going to take this cover, this guard off, and take this guard off. Do that first. We go to the other side and hook the throttle and stuff like that. So we need a 10mm and a Phillips. And it looks like an Allen wrench on the bottom over here. There's a cute little mini bike, but I think it is some kind of a prize or a promotion or something. I don't think it was meant to go too terribly fast. But you know, kids, one thing is to go as fast as they can. I know when I was a kid, my uncle built me a go-kart, and I think every other year or something, I'd put a bigger motor on there. He wanted to go faster all the time. So I know how it is. I guess for now we can leave this cover on. I don't know. So we might have put a longer chain on it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because that 79cc Predator, that has a 5/8" shaft on it for the clutch. And I don't know what this one is. We'll have to play it by ear, I guess. But let's go to the other side and unhook the throttle cable and stuff. Turn this so you can see what I'm doing here. There's a throttle cable right here. Need a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm wrench. Maybe we'll put the wrench on this nut here so we don't ruin that throttle cable. We'll save all these parts. We might need to use some stuff. Then unhook the kill switch and stuff. Unplug that. Have to unbolt the ground. Okay, now we can unbolt the motor. Now there's two bolts to hold this on. They're 10mm. No, there's 4. There's missing one. There's probably vibrated out or something. This other one's a different size too. Oh, different size head bolts holding that thing on. Okay, let's unbox that new Predator engine. For the price, these Predator motors, they're good motors. And you get these from Harbor Freight. For the price, you can't beat it. Oh, they even got the adapter plate. Your manual. Spark plug wrench. You couldn't even rebuild a motor for the price of all these new ones. Even got moisture packets. Well, there it is. Even comes with a keyway, but the clutch we're putting on it already has a keyway in it. First things first, I'm going to put the oil in it right now, so I don't want to forget later. And these require a 1030. And for the break-in period, just use a conventional oil, you know, wait till after like 20 hours or so, and you can probably use synthetic oil, but just use conventional 1030. I like doing this now so in case you get interrupted and something else comes across your mind and you put the motor in, forget the oil. You don't want to do that. So I like doing it right away. It's right there. You need to add a little bit more. It's right there. When you screw it in, it's going to be right up here. So that's what we want. All right, well, let's go ahead and set this in there. Fits them holes there. So that's why we bolt this plate on the motor first. How are we going to do that so we can keep the bolts tight? Well, I don't even need that plate because the bolts on the bottom of the motor look like the same as that. So this must be for if you have the bigger bolt pattern. Let's get a couple of these started here. I think it'll be a lot easier once I get one started. There we go. I realize it's hard to put a doggone bolt in an engine. Need small hands for this stuff. There you go. It was right next to that frame. I'm not going to tighten them all the way in case we just slide the motor forward or backward. There, now we need to pop that flywheel key out of there. I don't know if we have to add spacers to it or not. Okay, I found the spacer. Alright. Now I think we're going to have to shorten the chain a little bit. That's way too loose. Little clips right here in front of us. When you're changing motors, repowering, stuff like this, sometimes you have to add more chain, or sometimes you have to shorten the chain. But now we have to take this cover off that I should have took off at the beginning. There we go. I'm going to take a length out. Oh, I shouldn't replace the chain. Let me call the customer real quick, see if they want me to put a new chain in there. If not, I'll shorten that up. So I'll be right back. Okay, called the customer. They said we'll just use this chain for now. So I took a length out, and I think everything's going to be just fine now. So let's go ahead and tighten this motor up. This here should have like a flat idler pulley on it, but we'll see if it. I think that should be alright. At least there, everything should, all the chain guards should fit on there. Make it look as original as possible with this bigger motor in it. By the end of the summer, the kids that have this, they might want a 212, Predator 212 put in here next. Who knows? I'm sure it'd fit. Too bad that plastic was tore. Turn the motor over, make sure it's not hitting that cover. The holes don't line up, so I'm gonna put a self-tapping screw in here. Okay, let's turn this thing around and hook up the throttle and throttle on here and stuff. Should be about ready to go here pretty soon. Okay, we gotta turn this recoil up so this handle's over here. Probably like that there. Then I noticed on this here, there's not a place to attach the throttle cable. I have to figure that out. Then to make this loose, there's a 10 millimeter nut on top of this here. You gotta make it so it's free. It was tight where it just stayed in one spot. You loosen it up so it always goes back to idle. I just gotta do some thinking. There is a hole here where you can put the cable, but I don't see a place to put a tie down on. If I put it on this shroud on the muffler, I don't know if it might get too hot. Let me do some thinking on this. We'll be right back. Okay, I think I got this figured out. I welded a little bracket where the cable will go in here, and I drilled holes here where we can put the cable in there, and I got one of these stoppers we'll put on the end and screw it down tight. But we need to cut a little bit off this cable here so that inner core is long enough. So I think about and the muffler is like about an inch back in there, so I don't think this is going to get too terribly hot. And plus I'll tie the cable up to the top of the frame. I think that should work. Put that on there like that. Yeah, I think that will work. And it probably won't hurt to put a spring here, a spring from here to here. Give it some extra safety. Let me find the spring real quick. You always want it to go back down to idle. Safety first, that's the name of the game. Oh yeah. There we go. Well, let's put some gas in this thing, and I'm not, you wonder why I'm not going to splice this wire into the on-off switch. I'm just going to keep it here because in the warranty period, I won't mess with that because I tried returning the motor and they had I finally got a warranty on it, but they were kind of a stickler about tapping in this wire for the kill switch. So until the warranty runs out, I would use that. Then you can tie this into here. You're kind of, you know, let's get it off the table and put some gas in it now. Okay, I just got done putting premium in it. Make sure the switch is on. Put the choke on. Well, there you go. It spins that back tire a lot faster than it did before. Anyway, I hope this video helps you out. I really appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. And you guys have a good afternoon.